me make that close. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Go, go. Oh, look, I can't see. I got my glasses on. Oh, here we go. Hey, Nakia. Hey, Miss Tells the Truth. Hey, TV. That sound like my sister. That's Tia. And the door, come answer the door. Hey, answer. Here he come. Oh, you gotta get somebody a minute to get to the door, Tia. You only run the bell 2 times. Cause you in the rush, don't mean everybody in the rush to let you in.
Girl, don't play with me. You always in the rush to let this beautiful girl in.
Hey, Mocaz. Hey, Whitney. Hey, D. Hey, Faith. Hey, Rita. Oh, Tia, you here. You gonna be part of my topic real quick. Where you about to go?
I don't know. I'm trying to find somewhere to go.
You trying to find somewhere to go? You look nice.
Thank you.
Turn around to the side. I can actually see your hair. You gotta pull it down. Do like this in the back. You ain't rapping. I saw your thing. You ain't rapping this morning.
I went to sleep twice.
Hi, Tennessee, Nikki. Hi, everybody. Somebody always come in interrupt me. She doing okay. You, oh, after the show? After the show? Okay. Um, y'all, before we get started, you know what? Let's get some prayers in because we dealing with a whole lot. And I know I'm supposed to came on live yesterday, do movie review. My brain and mind I just wasn't there. What? No, pull it on the floor, a teeny bit. That's not tuna fish. Yeah, to put a little bit on the floor. So we want to, guys, like if you didn't do it today or any other day, you know how we always want to do. Like to thank God for waking us spend another day with our family and friends, because that alarm clock didn't wake you up because He did. Also, like to give prayer out to my mom, guys, because we're going through it. We're going through it. My mom's a strong woman, and I know that you got her. I know that you have our family, but sometimes we just feel a little bit lost. And I don't know, I just want you to hold us and protect my mom, give us the strength that we need through this journey, because it's a lot. And I know things don't happen for a reason. I know you never give us more than we could handle. In Jesus' name, amen. I don't know, guys.
Amen.
I just been praying so much and crying and praying and crying and praying. Puffy eyes, swollen eyes. It's just a whole lot of everything. And cancer is a mug, man. So many side effects, so many this, so many that. When you think things going one way, it go another way. But guess what? Just a quick FYI, because everybody asks, she's doing well as to be expected. She's still in the hospital. We don't know when she's coming home or if she's coming home or whatever is going on. But we will always keep y'all posted. And the one reason, like somebody told me to, the reason somebody said, why you put, I put it on YouTube because
Love you too.
my mom loved you guys. And every time something go wrong, she said, you can let the Soul Squad know what's going on with me. That's why we put out what's going on with her. Because we get her permission. Half the time, I don't even got to get her permission. She'll tell me, tell Soul Squad what's going on with me because I don't want nobody to worry about me. So when y'all see these updates and these videos and this stuff like that, we're getting her permission to do this. She's asking us to do this. So don't think that I'm just putting it on here to try to, get some clickbait or trying to get views or anything like that. My mom has become a big part of my YouTube channel. You guys have become a big part of our family. And she loves y'all. Y'all know she loves being on here. She loves acting like a fool. It's just who she is. It's her personality. And so any updates and anything I give you guys It's because my mom say, tell them, let them know we get permission from her. We just don't out and do it. Now that blog video I put up, she gave me permission to put that up, cause we did not see that coming. This was a regular day, a regular doctor's appointment, and everything that happened that day, that supposed to have been a regular vlog. We supposed to have been taking her to the doctors, coming back home. My sister didn't even know it. I was gonna treat my sister out to lunch.
So ain't
Get
too
all
late. Let's go.
Yeah, I was gonna get all us some lunch, sit in my mother's house and chill, and and just talk. But it didn't go like that.
No,
So
ma'am.
we had no idea that what happened was going to happen, and
Okay.
and
Right.
yeah. So
Now, get us to that.
I'm glad she went to the hospital. I'm glad we found out. So basically, what it was is that we went in for her regular appointment, follow up appointment, so she got out the hospital. I don't know. You guys follow my sister. I don't know what my sister told you guys, but her leg was blood clogged.
Oh, back.
Her whole body's blood clogged, from her groin down to her foot. The leg that the tumor messed up in her brain, the tumor in her brain made her right side go limp, non-functional, non-motor skills. That's why she get physical therapy 3 times a week. She sits up in her wheelchair every day, at least 30 to 45 minutes. Or if she can't sit up in the wheelchair, we put her up on the side of the bed and she sits up for 20 to 30 minutes. We try to, can't keep a patient who can't move laying down. You got to keep them moving and all that stuff.
And some days she
But
can't get up.
and some days it's days where she can't get up, she don't feel good, but she get therapy, so her body is constantly moving. She gets up in the wheelchair or she sits up on the side of the bed. So the blood clot, unfortunately, is a side effect of cancer, and I didn't know that.
It's the
When you
whole
have
side
cancer
in the brain.
in the brain and stuff like that, you you'll get blood clots. You'll get blood clots, regardless if you're moving, walking, or if anything. Is one of the side effects of blood clot. We did not know that, and so this is what happened. And then when they took her to the emergency room, she had blood clots all in her lungs. So it's not just her legs; it's her lungs.
Her whole entire
Her
body.
whole body is clotted up. So, and that is from
Brain tumor.
the brain tumor, the cancer. So that's why I didn't want to come on. That's why I haven't been live. Tia been. I have not had good days since we took her to the hospital. You know, things
I'll
has just
take this
been
garlic.
sad and all this stuff, and I've
Got
been
some more beans?
crying and trying to get through my nights, and trying to be strong for my mother, talk to her on the phone, trying not to cry, and just steps after steps. So I just wasn't feeling it, but I'm a little bit better today. We're all, not just me, my whole family, from my kids to my brothers to my sister to my mom's brothers and sisters. Everybody right now is just like in an uproar, and everybody is upset, and everybody is sad. And, I don't know what we could do. It's nothing that we could do to take away anybody's sadness right now. But we've been praying.
Go shopping.
Tia, please don't make me laugh. Tia said go shopping. I ain't going shopping. I'm not spending no money. Well, actually, I just ordered me some wigs off of Amazon. I'm not
I
gonna
should
lie.
ask you
I
$50.
just ordered 3 wigs from
They
Amazon.
gonna say I'm rude and interrupting.
Um, but what I have been doing, I've been praying a lot. Been having family prayer with my
Yes, I
We've
will.
been having family prayer. Oh, Tia can sit right here. We've been having family prayer,
He's close.
with my son and his
He's so
fiance and
close.
my grandbaby. And that's all we could do right now. It's all we
What
could do right
the?
now is pray.
That's my book, The Woman in the Window.
Oh,
That's my last
they
book. I
made a
was.
movie out of it.
Yeah, they said it was a movie, but I never really finished. Got to do the book. I'm gonna watch it on Netflix.
But I was talking, right?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
But I was talking, right? But that's her movie. She said, that's my
I'm
movie.
sorry. I just popped up there. Like,
But yeah, that's all right
I'm
now.
sorry,
All
T. I'm
that we
sorry,
could
Touch
do
World.
is listen to the doctors, take it day by day, and pray. Give it in God's hands. That's all
That's
we can
it.
do. Now, with that being said, that is my mom's update. That is what our family is currently going through right now. And again, it is a whole lot, and I do appreciate. I seen a lot of comments on that video. I didn't heart a lot of them. I didn't respond to a lot of them. But I just want to let you guys know personally, I've been reading all the comments. For some reason, I've been reading them and just been feeling thankful, but I just haven't hearted them or I just haven't replied. I don't know why, but I just want you guys to know I have been reading them and I am very grateful for all the prayers and the lovely words and meaningful statements and thoughts that everybody been putting on that video for me and my family. So they are being read and I really appreciate it. And y'all prayers are truly, truly appreciated because the prayer family, we need everybody to do this, y'all.
Prayer, prayer.
Yes, but guess what, y'all? Let's get into this conversation because I have not talked about relationships
Oh,
in a long time. First of all, your girl ain't been in a relationship since what? 2017. I haven't been in a relationship since 2016, 2017. I'm going to say I haven't been in a relationship since the end of 2016, beginning of 2017, and this is 2021. But prior to all this, being celibate, being single, doing me, doing family, doing YouTube, prior to all that, in my 51 years of living, I had long term relationships, short term relationships, one night stands, two night
You
stands,
the one
or
that said it.
all that type of stuff. Girl, when I was in my early 20s, I was out there good on my face. Okay? So,
I ain't never had a
with
one night
all
stand.
that being said, I could speak on some things, okay? When it comes to relationships, because somebody asked me to speak on this, and this is why I'm doing it. And they say, don't let Miss Montgomery hear this. Hey, everybody got a pass, boo. Let's not get it twisted. Everybody got a pass. And she said, two night stands. Oh, no, no. Two night stands is when that thing was good. And you went back for another round, and then that was just it. You don't know what a two night stand is, you better check somebody. Okay? That's what I'm talking about. Yes. Look. Latoya said, yes. That's a two night stand, boo.
I
When
still
you
can't
wake up,
stand
you be
all
like,
that.
wait a minute. We could do this another round. And then it's another whole day. And you just spend the weekend in a two night stand.
Okay, that's
That's what it
right.
is.
That's right. We all
Okay.
do. She said that's right. We all do. Oh,
But we all have a past. We all have a history. And with that being said, is that somebody asked me
I need
and
food
talk
again.
about because they asked me the question, what is a break? And I explained to them what I feel like a break is in a relationship. And they would say, and that's how I
Maybe
feel.
this is
And they
dark
said, can
in
you
here.
please talk about this on the couch? And I said, you know what? I'll talk about it. So Trina said, I can't stand you. Yes. And um
No, because I
and
would have
so
been
I was like, yeah, I could talk about it because when I was talking to this person, they said, see, that's what I'm saying. That's why I asked you. And I feel the same way you
I
do
think that's
when
what
it
it is.
comes to a break. Now,
Maybe because it's dark in
I
here.
I I throw this question out here. I'm gonna give my opinion, and of course, you guys gonna give y'all opinion. Cause remember, at the end of the day, I'm not a social worker. I am not a psychologist. I am not a marriage counselor,
What
relationship
are you?
counselor, relationship coach. I should become a relationship coach, or I should become a not relationship coach, but what's the thing called?
I don't know.
When people do that, people be speaking to people and stuff like that. Somebody had told me that once before. Won't you become a
Narcissist. These glasses don't
Dang, y'all,
work.
I can't even think of what the
My
person told me
glasses
what
don't
I
work.
should
I still
become.
can't
And I
see.
went
I'm
in
taking
and
my
I
glasses back. I still can't see.
hey, Latoya said I was on a break until yesterday. For real. See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I don't
I
wear
can't
braces. I
think
just
about
rip
what
it out.
somebody told me come a life coach or something they told me I should come.
I
And
get
I
rid of
went to go
people.
take I was about to go take the class at PD Green. PD Green is a center, and they do the classes once a month. And then after you do the class, you graduate by actually doing the speech and doing everything. I got to think of it. Wasn't life coach. It wasn't mediator. It was something they told me, but I don't know. I can't remember. That was last year. Then this damn COVID hit, and so I couldn't take the class. And I should have seen, can you take the class online? They probably got the class online now. Motivational speaker. Yes, Pebbles. That's what they told me to do. They told me I should become a motivational speaker just because, I was like, but I don't got no degree. I don't got this. But they said you got life experience, and sometimes that's all you need. And so they had told me about the classes, the first Tuesday and the third Tuesday or something like that, twice a month. It was free motivation. They had the Toastmasters. Yes, Toastmasters. Damn, y'all, that's what I'm saying. That's why I mess with y'all. Whatever I forget. Oh, why I'm so loud? You know why I get loud? Because they make me so excited.
No, you just like, I get loud too, but
They make me so excited. Ted said, why you so loud? You in here. You on my thing. Yes, I was supposed to take the Toastmaster class at the Petey Green Center here in Washington, D.C. And it was like, oh.
She said, you in my.
Yes, thank you, Ty. Tell her again. This is my house. I could be loud, be gone.
Oh,
And
they lying like a child.
and then the COVID hit. And so the Petey Green Center, anybody in the Washington D.C. area, you know about the Petey Green Center up on Martin Luther King Avenue. Yes, I was gonna take the Toastmaster class. It was free. The classes was twice a month, and then after you graduate, you will have to like give a speech and for your graduation thing and all that stuff. I say I should still check into it because now it may be even better because I probably could actually take the classes online through the Petey Green Center. So I said I was gonna check into that. So yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. But I gotta remember stuff, y'all. Okay, so I was asking, I was asked about that. This is what I said when it comes to a break. I don't know if I truly believe in a break in a relationship. This is for my personal opinion and my personal if I was in one.
Ain't no such thing as a break. That's just somebody do that.
Thank you. Oh, we got a man's opinion. Come here, Joshua. Wait a minute.
Y'all don't do that, Josh.
Yes, we do. Two women against a man. He's a whole man. Now,
Yeah.
that's what I was saying. I'll let you know when to chime in. I personally don't
He
believe
don't do that. 'Cause
in a break in the relationship.
I believe in breaks.
But
I believe
That
in.
you do,
see, you believe in a break. Yeah, let me get my opinion across.
Hold on, you-
What I said is that I
No,
personally
he said-
don't believe in a breaking relationship
Joshua, what
because
you
to
mean? I
me,
let you
I
do
feel as though
what
that's
you mean
someone
by
just
that?
want to go out here and do something. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have communication in a relationship. Why take a break? What is it that you need that break for? Because telling me that you're not trying to work on it. Instead of saying let's take a break in this relationship, let's say, let's go talk to somebody. Let's sit down and let's talk to each other. Find out the reasons why you guys are together. What brought you together in the first place? You know what I'm saying? Talk about that. How it was in the beginning. And what do you feel that made the relationship change? You know what I'm saying? Because I feel as though that if we take a break, you mean they're telling me you want to see other people. That's not what you're saying in so many words. You want to see other people. And say if I was that person to say, okay, let's take a break. Taking a break don't mean for you to go and do something with somebody, to fall in bed with somebody. Because when you take breaks and then all of a sudden you want to say that you want to break from your relationship, you see this girl walking down the street, you get her number, you go have sex with her. Guess what? Somebody can end up pregnant or you could get somebody pregnant. When you take a break from a relationship, I think the relationship is over. Because, I mean, let's communicate. Let's talk. What's going on? Why we need this break? Both of you guys got to be on the same page.
I want to break.
When you get your relationship, you got to be on the same page. You got to. And this is so crazy, not to throw the show, but I just started looking at Mike Epps' new show called Upshaw. The Upshaws on Netflix. And the craziest thing in this show is that Kim Field plays his wife. She has a 13-year-old daughter. They have a 13-year-old daughter together. And this is the first episode. And he has a 13-year-old son. Both the kids are turned 13 at the same time. Two different women. I was like, how both the kids turned 13 at the same time? I said, oh, he had an affair. And come to find out,
He had a break.
they had a break in their relationship. And she's and because there's a lot of animosity between her and the baby mom, the other baby mama, and he keeps saying we were in a break. I said no, motherfucker, because you were in a break. That don't entitle you to go have sex with somebody else. And I said I gotta talk about this because this is just what I was saying is that when you take a break from relationship, that I'm sorry, men. I ain't trying to throw you on the bus, but a lot of men take the word for being a break, mean you go fuck somebody else. You go be with somebody else. And that's not what that means. That's and just like in that show, it's a show, but that happened in real life. They was on a break. So his idea of a break was mean that he could go sleep with somebody else. And now your woman is pregnant. And now the new girl is pregnant. And now there are two 13-year-old children. Come on, man. That's not a break. That's a breakup. That's a split. It's over. I don't believe in breaks. I believe in communication. I believe in let's talk. And if we can't talk and figure out why we want to still be together, the relationship is over. Relationship is over. I don't believe in that. In other words, people use for break is that I need some space. I need some space. What the heck is space? What the heck is break? Are you tired of me? You know what I'm saying? Why is it that we can't be around each other? Man, what's going on? Because one person could see the relationship going good, other person could see that it's trouble. But again, if we don't talk, if we don't have communication, and that's when you know the relationship is over. When you can't talk about what's going on, that means the relationship is over. I can't read your mind. Even if it's something that you think is going to hurt my feelings and you don't want to tell me because you're trying to protect me, I don't need you to protect me in this relationship. We are in this relationship together. So whatever it is that you have to say, I have to listen to it. I don't know what I'm doing wrong or what's going on if you don't tell me. I cannot guess at this. I am not a psychic. No one is paying me money to guess. And then this is my relationship, something I'm invested in. I don't want to guess at it. I want to be in it with you. So if something is going wrong, or sometimes both of you guys can feel that, start feeling the separation. Both people, both parties in relationship, sometimes both you guys can start feeling the separation. Sometimes both of you guys can start feeling that things ain't what it was. We seem like like we're spreading apart, or like that's. And then again, how you guys find that out? By communicating. What is so hard? What is so hard about talking? And when you sit and you talk, sometimes relationships ends. Sometimes people find themselves going on different paths. You know what I'm saying? It's just not there anymore. And it's nothing wrong with that. Things end. Everything ain't meant, every relationship is not meant to be. But don't do it wrong by saying, let's take a break. I need some space. Let's just call it what it is. Yes, we doing big on night anniversary night, y'all. Let's just call it what it is. You don't want to be together. This is your way of slowly breaking up with me by saying, my break is bad. Yes, you have to have communication because if you don't, yes, it's over. Yes, hey, Shadonna Boo, what's up? People use those words because they don't know how to officially break up with no one. So you use those words, I need space. Let's take a break. And one person might, and then say if I accept this, I'm the type of female I accept because I love you so much. I don't know what's going on with you. You're not talking to me. I'll agree to your break. I'll agree to your space. The whole time I'm waiting on you. I'm not seeing nobody. I'm not jumping to bed with nobody. I'm focusing on the fact that, we're going to get back together because I'm giving you the time that you need. And the whole time you got June and Jan and Barbara and Sally's phone number. You out here building a portfolio with other women. You out here not thinking about our relationship or thinking about how we could work on anything. You're out here building another portfolio. You out in these streets dating. That's not a break. That's a breakup. So we broke up, and I'm none the wiser. You done moving on, building this black book portfolio, dating other women, and I'm sitting back waiting on you. We may even still be having phone conversations. And I'm thinking things are good. You just need this time. And I'm giving you the time that you need, but yet you're building a whole nother black book. You doing something with somebody else. And the meanwhile, I'm sitting here thinking, and then all of a sudden here you come talking about, you know what? I think that it's just over. Um, he done came with you with a whole new, like, I'm done. I don't think this gonna work. You knew it wasn't gonna work from the beginning. You just wasn't man enough to tell me. You didn't want to hurt my feelings. Let me know. Don't let me sit back 2 or 3 months giving you the time that you need, and you out in these streets acting like you sowing your wild oats. You out here doing something. Be better than that. Be the person that I thought you was when I first met you. Don't tell me I'm on a break. Don't tell me that I need space. Tell me the truth. You no longer want to be in a relationship. It's not going in the direction that you thought it was. It's not that I don't love you, but maybe I'm not in love with you anymore. What I thought that was there is no longer there. Hurt my feelings. I'd rather for you to hurt my feelings now than hurt my feelings 2 months from now when I've been sitting around giving you the time that you needed, thinking that our relationship's going to get stronger, this is going to make us better, and the whole time you out here running these streets. That's all I'm saying. So, do I believe in a break? No. Do I believe in space? No. Do I believe when you're on a break, should the other person be sleeping around with someone else? No. Because if you really, really need that break, you should be contemplating this relationship. You know what I'm saying? You should be breathing. You should be thinking of ways how we could talk and make things better. Some people in relationships do believe in breaks. They call it for what it is. They don't see that it's a slow breakup. You know what I'm saying? They don't see that it's a slow breakup. Some people really believe that, okay, we're taking this break because we're working on each other. But when you're in a relationship, this is what you got to do. I'm waiting for Josh to get finished because we're going to talk about the reasons why he don't believe in breaks. Tia left. She didn't tell me she was leaving. She can't stay nowhere for a good 5 minutes. I want her to be a part of the relation, a part of the conversation. But me and Joshua do. But like I was telling my friend last night on the telephone, and she was kind of agreeing, but not. When you're in a relationship, to avoid the things that I need a break, to avoid to feeling suffocated, to be feeling like someone's controlling you, or to not to feel like someone is obsessed with you or obsessing over you. You can't be together 24/7. Even if you live together with a man or a woman, it is not healthy to be with someone 24/7. Before we got to this relationship, I had my girls, you had your boys. A lot of women and a lot of men, when they get in a relationship, I understand in the beginning it's new. Oh my God, you want to love on each other. You want to be in the bedroom. You can't take your eyes off each other. You want to go every date, every movie together. It's good at the beginning. But as this relationship builds and it builds a foundation, and as it gets stronger, you gotta do your own thing. You gotta remember it was a you before it was a us. Let me say that again. It was a you before it was a us. Even in the best relationships, when it is a us, you still have to have you. Because if you don't have you, that's what will bring the relationship down. And when I say still have you, still go out to lunch. You go to lunch by yourself. You don't need that boyfriend, that husband, that wife to go to lunch. You can still go make a lunch date with your girlfriends. Go out to the movies with your girlfriends. Dudes, go do what you do with your dudes. You go at your dude house, go hang at your dude house. Go to the bar and grill with your dude. Go hang out with your dude. Go play basketball. Don't smother each other in the, because a lot of people get together think once they together, they're supposed to be like this. We are now a us. No, you're not. You have to do you in anything, either in a friendship, anything, a relationship, even when you get married, it's still you. Because if you don't focus on you, you will lose what you have as a us. Because it's too much time together could break anybody down. I don't care how much you love a motherfucker, okay? I could be heels over heel in love with you. Too much time will break y'all down. You got to be able to get out and do you, hang out with your friends, and that's where trust come in. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't like they significant other going out with their boys because now they're in relationship, they boys single. They thinking that you gonna be out there trying to do something because your boys are single. We gotta stop having that mentality, that way of thinking. Just because I don't think like that. My friend, my kid's father used to think like that. Because I go out with my girls and my girls are single, so I'm out there on the prowl too. I'm not out there on the prowl. I'm out there getting some me time, getting a drink. I be watching everybody else dancing, having fun, and everything. And I may even come home earlier than what the girls do because I miss my man. I'm ready to go home. I've been gone for 3 hours. I'm gone, y'all. I come home to my man. He always try to say, if you out there with them, you're gonna do what they doing. Then you don't know me. And then you most certainly don't trust me. And if that's the case, why are we here together? You know what I'm saying? You gotta have that trust. You gotta have communication. If I don't trust anybody, I don't have time chasing behind a person. I don't have time chasing behind you. If I can't trust the fact that when you walk out this door, go play basketball with your friends, you gonna meet your friends, go get some couple of beers at the bar. If I can't trust the fact that you know what you got at home, that's gonna be on you, brother. I'm not gonna worry. I'm not gonna sit at home. Oh my God, he at the bar with his dudes. I don't want if any girls coming on to him. I don't want he coming on to any girls on. Oh, did he get anybody phone up? Oh, I better check his phone when he come home. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. That will never happen with me. Because first of all, we got communication, and I'm running on the fact that you know what you have at home. I don't care if your friends are single. You know you not. I know you not. So can you go to that bar and grill? Hell yeah, get out my head. Go. I'm in the house, I'm chilling, I'm looking at the movie. I'm on the phone talking to my girlfriends. Yeah, baby, go. Go to the bar, have you some fun, see you when you get home later. You know what I'm saying? And if you got a nice looking man, you know somebody may try to pull up on him, but it's his responsibility to say what? Oh, I'm taken, but thank you. And then you move on. You know what I'm saying? And this goes vice versa for women. When you go hang out in the streets with your single girlfriends, if you don't know what you got at home and you F it up, again, that's on you. You should still be able to go out without each other and still have that trust that y'all relationship is solid. You know what I'm saying? So Joshua, you finished brushing your teeth and all that. I know you got somewhere to go. Let's give your quick opinion, y'all, because he about to go spend family day with his family. So let's go give your quick opinion on why you, as a male perspective, and you're 20. How old are you?
26.
You're 26 years old. Why don't you believe in a break? Now sit right here. They don't got to see your face, but they got to hear what you're saying since you're getting dressed and stuff.
Well, I just it's
Speak it up.
just me personally. I don't believe in it. Like you said, it's like, what's the point of a break? You need to figure out what's going on. If you go on a break, all you doing is just separating from each other for an amount of time. Then realize, hey, I want to be around this person again and get back together and realize ain't nothing fixed. You just back in the same boat. You just gotta talk it out, like you said.
Communication skills.
Communication.
And
Ain't no such thing as a break, man. You just want to do you. Just say that.
that's why I just said if you want to do you, just say that. And so you believe that when people say they want to go on a break, that's the way they're saying they want to break up, but they really don't know how to say
It's not
I'm
really
done.
breaking up. It's just they don't want to let go, but they also want to do other things.
They don't want to let go. Thank you. That's what he said too. They don't want to let go, but they also want to do other things. So basically, they trying to have their cake and eat it too.
Yeah, man. I want the whole everything.
They want the everything.
Everything that's on that dessert table.
Everything that's on the dessert table. I know that's right. So it's some, and then their excuse would be, say if something was to happen, their excuse would be to the woman, we were on a break. And say if something was to happen, if they was to get somebody else pregnant, or they decide to mess with somebody else and they start having feelings with this other person, their excuse to you would be, we were on a break. It was a break. No, motherfucker. It was a break. It wasn't. Ooh, y'all, I got too much cussing in this on the couch because I'm telling you, relationships be making you take you there. Communication, guys, you gotta communicate. You gotta talk to, and you do need space. So, what do you think about when I was just saying that? Even though you guys are us, you still gotta do you. Do you still believe when you're in a relationship? Do you still believe a person need to be there so that the us could work?
Yeah, of course.
Speak it up.
Of course.
Of course. So you're comfortable with you have no worries about when you're in a relationship, your girl out with her girlfriends. You don't be sitting around thinking whether or not someone's coming on to her because it's her responsibility to know what she already had, right?
Nah, I'm a little crazy. I don't know. I mean, it's 50-50 with me. I'm a little crazy.
So tell me. So you know what, Johnson? I like your honesty. I like it. You said I'm a little crazy. So when your girl doing her and she's out with her other girlfriends, this is what you're thinking in your
Hey,
head.
man, we think about all type of odd things in our mind, but ultimately, you just gotta trust it and be like, hey, you home? How you doing, boo? You know, just keep going with life. You know. Overthinking is the worst thing you could do, and I could tell you that by experience. I'm an overthinker, so
You're
I'm a little
overthinking.
crazy, so I just gotta get over that.
He said overthinking is the worst thing you can do. Yeah, because you know what that is? Because a lot of people are overthinkers in their relationships, and overthinking will hurt your relationship because you're sitting here thinking of different scenarios of what may be going on, and then the whole time, none of that is going on at all, and that will destroy it. Yeah, you just blew a bill. I'm like, what? So you telling me hey, and like I said, to each his own. Everybody had their own thoughts and their own way. But to me, I'm good. If my man need to go out and hang out, I'm not an
So,
overthinker.
no, I'm not in a relationship right now because I'm an overthinker.
All right. Y'all heard that? He said, no, I'm not in a relationship right now because I'm an overthinker. I know that's right. He was honest, and he had to be honest. No, he's not in a relationship right now because he's an overthinker. And then when you overthink like that, and that's the thing that pulls a relationship apart because you're an overthinker and then you manifesting something that's really not happening, but in your head you just can't get to the back. Nah, you lying or whatever. So yeah, overthinking in a relationship, especially when someone is hanging out or going somewhere, you gotta have that confidence that that person, because that person gotta do them. That's life. You gotta be able to have a little bit of you. You know what I'm saying? You gotta focus on yourself. You can't be all entangled in a relationship 100% at all times. Now you got some people that just love to be with each other, just can't stand that separation. Then you could do couples. And then that's when you gotta find another couple that you trust, that you can hang out with. You got your favorite couple, couple dating, couple vacation. You guys, everybody got hang out with, everybody's in a relationship. Y'all do couple things and all that stuff. I mean, relationship is tricky. There are books out here that's on it, but no one book get it right. No one relationship gets right. You have to live through it and go through it and experience in order to get it right. And then one day you'll find that one. No relationship is going to be perfect. No relationship will be perfect. They say enjoy your singleness. Relationship is work. And just it is a lot of work. It is a lot of work. But you do, and it's rewarding. It is rewarding in the end if it's the right person, if it's meant to be. The reward in the end is happiness. It is building a foundation. It is building a family. It's rewarding in the end. I just say that I don't believe in breaks because I feel as though breaks to me is a slow breakup. Like Joshua said, it's about trying to have your cake, eat it too. It's about trying to have that whole dessert table. You don't want to let go, but you want to let go because you feel as though that you're missing something that's out here. And then at the end of the day, you're not missing anything. It's up to you to know what you have at home, what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? What a sign. Yes. So it's difficult. And nobody could give you the answer to a relationship. Just like we sit up here talking. Everything I'm saying is all based on my personal opinion on how I feel, and everybody's opinions are different, and we were entitled to our own opinions. All that we could do is listen. Maybe something that I said could help. Maybe something that someone else said could help. But at the end of the day, it's all lies in your hand. It ends up with you and that person that you with. But I'm gonna tell you this, and I'm gonna tell you this for true. You gotta talk. Even what you want to say, you think it may hurt that person's feeling, you got to communicate. That's the way. You got to have open lines. You know what I'm saying? You got to have an open line of communication. You guys got to talk. Some people like, oh, that's all you want to do is talk. You talk too much. Why we got to talk about everything? We got to talk about everything because something's wrong here. It's something wrong. I want to fix it because I want to be with you. I don't want to be with nobody else. Now, if you tell me it's not worth fixing, if you tell me it's not worth talking, then let's break up. Let's do. And then at the end of the day, if this relationship is meant to be, somewhere down the line, we may come back together. You may come back together. I'm not saying you're going to, but you may come back together. But if I'm talking too much and you don't want to talk, that means that you're not trying to fight for this relationship. So we might as well say it's over now. No mind reading. Are you scratching your head? What, you got something else to say?
Huh?
You got something else to say?
Nah.
No.
Nah.
You think over talking is too much in a relationship?
Over talking is only too much if you're saying the wrong thing.
If you're saying the
I
wrong
mean,
thing?
like, who want to keep hearing somebody blabber about, something like just some ignorance. If it's the right thing and you're trying to get through it, then it shouldn't be too much.
It shouldn't be too much. That's what I said too.
It's just based on how the person want to take it.
As I said, and that's why you can't be scared. You got it based on how cause people see things different. I could be saying one thing one way, and the whole time you taking it in, your perspective of it could be totally different. Your perspective could be totally different. So people see things different. Yeah, Yolanda. uh, and when the talking does no good, the relationship is over. That means that you didn't hear. If the talking does no good and the outcome is still the same, what does that mean, Joshua?
Time to just part ways.
It's time to part ways. I can't keep giving my energy to something that's not getting better. It's time to part ways. When you constantly talk and the outcome is still the same, that means that person is not in it. And it's time to part ways. It's no more talking. You know what I'm saying? It's done. There's no resolution. It is a resolution. We have to split. It has to be done. I need to move on with my life. I can't keep. Yeah, you're right. I can't keep talking to you, and then 2 or 3 days later you good, but then here come the same thing over again. That means you're not trying. That means that you don't want to be in it. You just hear me talking because you think this is what's making me happy. I don't want you to hear me talk because you thinking that's what making me happy. I want you to hear me talk. I want your response, and give me your true response. Let me hear you. Let me hear what you have to say.
I mean, talking don't work because sometimes it's just the lack of consistency. It's consistency is the key, man. Like, you could talk to the person, and then they can be like, okay, I hear you. I'm gonna fix it. Might fix it for a month or two. Then after that, you back and you revert to your old ways because you got back comfortable. So it's all about just trying to stay consistent to making that change so stuff could work.
But the thing about it, you can't stay consistent with that person if that person don't want to be in a relationship. That's why you lose the consistency because the person really ain't in it. You could talk to a person
But
for a month,
that's how you would know. Like
and
that's
that's
how you would
that's
know.
yeah, and that's how you
Because
would know.
the person might like I said, that person might change for that little
For
bit
that
of time,
period of time.
but
And
they
that's just like you
keep
said,
reverting
they
back
keep
in the
reverting
same
back.
cycle.
Yeah, they're gonna change for a minute because they get comfortable. They're comfortable. Oh, I'm gonna give her what she want. Or I'm gonna get him because we're not just bashing men. Women do the same thing. Or I'm gonna give him what he want. We had this conversation. I'm gonna show him for a month. I could be like this, but then a month later or 2 months later, you're noticing the pattern is coming back again. That means that they really don't want to be there. They did what they did to get what? To shut you up. I don't want to hear your mouth no more. Tired of talking. We ain't getting nowhere. So that's when you have to know when to end a relationship. And that's the most mature thing. As adults, We got to know when to end things. When you're a teenager, you go and you do this, but even as adults, you have to know when something is over. You got to know when to end it. We get one life, people. We get one life. And what you do with that life is on you. Whether what you do with a relationship, with your family, with your job, with your health, with everything. This is not a do-over. You cannot do this. You cannot reverse this, but you can control what happens to you. You get one life. We cannot control people. We can't control what comes out of other people's mouth. We can't control what other people do. There are only one thing in this world that you can control, and that's you. You could control everything that is you.
Yeah, that too. Someone just said most times someone needs a break because there's always a third party.
There's always a third party,
Yeah.
but who is that third party?
So he don't know because that
There's
person
always
want
a
a break.
oh a best friend end up a mover. Yeah, but you know why that happens? You know why that happens? And I learned that the hard way too. We tell everybody our business.
You taking messages up?
Oh, no, I hit the wrong button. We have to learn to stay. I know sometimes you need to vent. You need to talk to somebody. Okay, sometimes it's okay to have that one person. But remember, people are judgmental. People are very judgmental, period. It is what it is. We have to stop telling, and that's why I said you got to communicate. Because if I can't say you, my man Joshua, if I can't talk to you and you're not getting it, you're not hearing what I'm saying, I'm gonna go talk to my girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes that could be a blessing. Sometimes that could be a downfall. But we got to learn when to stop putting people in our relationship. Because when you put them in there and then they come with saying stuff and you get upset, they only know what you told them. They only know what you told them. So that's another thing we have to learn. I am guilty of it. I have done it. We have to stop telling people what's going on inside our home. I don't care if inside the home is fuck. Well, now, if you've been abused or something like that, that's something different. But we're talking about just like y'all not communicating well, things ain't going right in the bedroom, you suspecting he may be cheating on you, that type of stuff. Keep that stuff in home. Don't run and tell everybody what's going on in your house. You run to your significant other and you tell them how you feeling and what's going on. Let's talk.
And
We
notice how they react.
and notice how they react. Notice the reaction. Like I said, I learned the hard way. Putting in your mother, telling your father, telling your brother, telling your cousin. And then you telling all these people in your family. So they looking at this man or this woman sideways. Somebody they probably liked for you. But when you running back, especially your family, when you running back telling your mom and your dad and your brother and your sister something, they looking at this person now sideways. And what if y'all work it out and you decide to stay with them? Now your family know all of this that they should not have known unless it was vital. It wasn't vital. Is he hitting you? Is he blocking your eye? That's vital. But if it's just a simple lack of communication, don't tell them all of that. Tell a therapist instead, Michelle. That's right. I learned the hard way. And then I made that same mistake, J39. I made the same mistake. And then once you fix it, they still looking at him sideways. They still saying, and they still got something to say. And you sorry you ever put your family in your business. Family don't know what to do. Right. They don't know what to do. So I say, unless it's very critical, keep your mama, your daddy, your brother, your sister out of your business in your house. Okay? Unless it's something critical. That's this nigga or this woman beating your ass. If he ain't doing that or she ain't doing that, keep your family out of it. And then that's when you call the popo too. But you keep your family out of it. Anything else that's less than that, because they're not gonna see it the way you see it. That's the whole thing. They're not gonna see it the way you see it. They're not gonna see the reason why You told me all of this. You told me that she was cheating. You told me that he may be cheating, but yet you running back to him. You don't need all that. Because then you got to explain to them why you taking back your man. Why you taking back your woman. You know what I'm saying? Keep your family out your business. Don't keep them. You don't have to keep them away. But stop running telling your mama everything. You're a grown ass woman. You're a grown ass man. Figure your shit out. Stop running telling your mama, your daddy, your sister, your brother, everything you find out about your significant other in your relationship. Unless it's vital and critical to your health, to your personal being. You feel like you in danger. Then you tell your family everything. You tell them everything then. But if it's not none of that going on, keep it to yourself. Because they will judge you. And this how they looking at that person a certain type of way, they going to look at you a certain type of way. They're going to be like, are you a fool? Did I raise you like this? You know, that's what I'm saying. Hmm. Yeah, it is what it is. That's right. Unless it is serious. And you know what? That's why I say that I said I learned if I ever get into another relationship, if I ever get into another relationship with anyone, I've learned from my bad relationship. Because even in my bad relationship, there were good days, there were bad days, but there were more bad days that outweighed the good days. So we always learn something from a last relationship. I know what I'm looking for in a person now. I learned in that last relationship. There's a lot of things from my last relationship. Maybe I shouldn't have told my family about. Maybe I shouldn't have told my mom about, my sister about. But I know now. I know now. I will never bring my family. I learned that. I will never bring my family into my relationship because that can also tear the relationship down. Don't nobody always, if you decide to get back with this woman or decide to get back with this man, don't nobody always want that person's family, looking at them or saying something or being smart or whatever. Then that's going to mess up whatever you guys rekindle. Whatever you decide to get back together, now you got this third party situation that's bringing friction into the relationship. Y'all done mended. Y'all trying to move on, but you got that family or that person who constantly is not gonna. They're not gonna let you move on because God, well, at this point, they want you to do things the way they want, the way they want you to do it, and you're not doing that. So they're gonna bring that friction into your relationship. And now you got to deal with this on top of everything else. And y'all trying to mend fences. And now you got this. Oh, yes, Miss Brown. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Miss Brown. Yes. Like I said, I did it. I brought family in. It messed things up. And then things was already messed up. But I know now. And I learned that I will never bring my family into my to any other relationship that I get into. I would never. So I learned the hard way. Excuse me. The relationship, I told you guys about my relationship. My relationship was bad. It was good. It was bad. It was abusive. It was verbal abuse. It was physical abuse. And I was in a 20-something relationship. Got kids and everything. But, it took me a long time to get about that relationship, to let go, to realize my value and my worth. And I'm sorry it took me so long to realize that, but it did. And I own that. Because at the end of the day, like I said, I can't control nobody but me. So I allowed myself to be there thinking that I could fix this, fix that, thinking it's going to get better. But it never did. Even with the good days, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, the good just outweighed the bad just outweighed the good so much that it had to end. I just ended this relationship in 2000, early 2016, 17. I've been single ever since. And that was a 20-something year relationship, y'all. Okay? So and that's why I'm so skeptical about getting out here. Sometimes I'm gonna tell you, I just told my girlfriend last night, if she on here, Miss Rhonda, if And it's not like I'm looking or I'm pressed. I'm really content. But I say if I don't, we was talking about relationships and being in a relationship and our age and everything and how things are changing when it comes to dating and meeting people and stuff like that. Like I told my girlfriend, if I don't meet nobody by the time I'm 55, I'm done. I am done. If I don't be in a relationship and I'm not gonna go ahead and look for nobody, but we time cap stuff. We time cap stuff. And my whole thing, I'm 51 going to 52. I said, I'm not looking, but if it happened, it happened. It gotta be good. But if I'm not in a relationship by the time I'm 55 years old, I am done. My focus is just on everything that I'm building. Business, family, grandchildren. Hey, Rhonda, my boo in here. That is my best girlfriend, and we have good conversations. And I told her if I'm not in anything by the time I'm 55 years old, as far as like men, I'm done. I don't want it because it's been this long. I'm good. Then I'm focused on my family, my grandchildren, me trying to build up my bank account, get my coins. Because at that point, I don't want nobody to come in and get married to and think they're gonna have what I built. I ain't trying to share what I built. At that point, I'm 55. I'm not trying to share what I built. Everything at that point that I'm building on is for my sons, it's for my grandchildren. That's it. So by the time I'm 55, I ain't in a relationship. I don't want to be in one. Now, I ain't saying I ain't going to have no one night stands or somebody on the side that I ain't going to never see what the inside of my house look like. But, well, as far as relationships and I do's and all that stuff, by the time I'm 55, I don't want it. Because at this point, everything that I do, I'm doing for my family. And I don't want to leave nothing to nobody who a straggler who's just coming along and think they're going to get some perks. No. That's just how I feel. That is my personal. That's just what I do. That's just how I'm feeling right now. Cause I've been good. That's right, and that's what I just said, Latoya. That's what I'm saying. Ain't no age limit on side on the side piece, but it's an age limit on a relationship for me, and that's 55. If I'm not in one by the time I'm 55, I'm not getting in one. I'm staying strong for my family. Everything I do for this point is for my children, for my grandchildren. My legacy is to leave behind for everybody else. I know. I know. And I could say this. This is what I could say. And like you said, we never know what God may want for us. This is what I say I put on myself. Somebody may come along and blow my mind. And what I just said, I could be contradicting myself all day long. But right now, I don't know if I'm contradicting myself. Right now, I don't know what God has planned for me. But I know what I had planned for myself because I could control the outcome of who I am right now. But yeah, y'all, it's just my truth. It's just how I feel. But strawberry rain. We need. I don't look for them. Then I don't go nowhere. But I'm going somewhere tomorrow though with my sister and them. I'm going somewhere tomorrow. I don't go nowhere. I'm a homebody. Even before COVID, I was a homebody. But you ain't gonna get nobody by sitting at home either. But I don't like going nowhere. I don't go out, and then I really don't like going out. So it is what it is. But do I this conversation? Our talk was about a break. Do I believe in breaks? No. Do I believe in giving space? No. Because to me, I feel so that's a slow way of a breakup. It's just that person don't know how to break up. And like my son said, what it is that they want to stay there, but they want other things too. You know what I'm saying? So when somebody say I want to break, they want to be in this relationship, but they trying to experience with us out here. It's up to each individual person on how they take a break or separation or I need me time. Again, even in the best relationships, still remember to do you. Because without no you, it cannot be a us. And you wanted to be us, and you want that us to be strong. You want that foundation to be good. So remember, even in the best relationship, still remember to take time out to do you. Still have you some you time. I don't care. I ain't saying you got to go hang out in the clubs to do you. Go do a spa treatment. You know what I'm saying? Go relax and chill for the day. Take yourself to the movies. You know what I'm saying? But always answer that damn cell phone. Now I ain't tripping. Now you don't answer the cell phone, we got an issue. Because that's the reason why we got these cell phones. I don't want to hear that bullshit that your phone went dead or you ain't hid and all that stuff. I might take that one time, but I ain't gonna take that too many times when you out there doing you. You better answer that phone. Okay? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Answer the phone. I ain't gonna call and bug you while you doing you, but I might be missing you while you out there doing you. And I might want to call you. Answer the phone. Because then it may be an argument when you come home. Hey, that's just so all over the place, right? You tell somebody go through them, but then they don't answer the telephone, then you come home, it's a big old argument. Just answer the phone. When you out there doing you, answer the phone. Make your baby feel secure. You know what I'm saying? Because even in the best relationships, sometimes people there's a little bit of insecurity, and for some reason that phone will make that phone, like Joshua said, that phone will make your mind wonder. Not getting the answer to that phone, it will make somebody mind wonder. We ain't got time for that. So even when you out there doing you, answer that phone for your baby. Because guess what? I could be calling and say, hey, how's it going? I miss you. Can't wait till you get home. I just want to hear you answer that phone on the other end and let you know I'm thinking about you. You know what I'm saying? Answer that damn phone. Yes, and it do. And that's another thing about not right now being in a relationship. Sometimes it feels so good not to answer to anyone. That's the best part. And I'm not gonna lie. Now, we talking some real stuff. That is the best part of being single these days is I don't have to answer to nobody. Cause sometimes, like Joshua said, people mind wonder. People get to thinking everything. You know, I used to go to the grocery store. Don't nobody stay in no grocery store for 3 hours. Then you don't know me, boo. Cause I go to the grocery store, I might be gone for 2, 3 hours. Cause I'm going to the grocery store. Cause I don't always just go to one store. I might go to this grocery store. They ain't got what I want, so I'm gonna go to another grocery store. You gotta wait in lines. Sometimes you go to one grocery store, the lines be long, and then sometimes you go to another grocery store, it may be short lines. It may be traffic out. You know what I'm saying? Everything. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I mean. In 2021, that excuse is played out because
Get,
FaceTime.
I get that. Oh, you want not answer the telephone?
That's what I'm saying. Go to the grocery store. You can FaceTime me at the grocery store.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's still like answer FaceTiming. Everybody ain't got an iPhone. Well, I think what you call FaceTiming. Yeah, whatever.
I tell
Yeah.
you something. You gonna see? I'm gonna see your face at the grocery store.
Yeah, see my back. I prove I'm in the grocery store, boo. I don't gotta answer. FaceTime me. You can see I'm at the grocery store. I ain't got nothing to hide. That's right, Josh. Tell them FaceTime you. You can see all the groceries behind me.
What aisle you in?
Yeah, Josh is stupid. He talking about what aisle you in. Oh man, that's crazy. I'll say my son. I'm finding out a lot of stuff on my son today. Look, Lola said, if you don't have an iPhone, I don't want you. Yes, FaceTiming your surroundings can always prove where the hell you at when you answer that telephone. That is so true. But who want to do all that? But like I was saying too, sometimes being single, the best time. Hey, sleeping star, I'm fine. How are you? Thanks for asking. They have a relationship with that phone. Yes, they do, Tag. But sometimes, hey, Polly Chicks, what you guys doing? Okay. I'm a king, big baby. But yeah, that's sometimes to me the best part of being single is the I don't answer to nobody but me, and sometimes that's good. Sometimes that's good. Sometimes that's a good feeling that you don't have all those relationship woes, and sometimes you miss those relationship woes. It depends on how you feel in the spirit of the moment. But one thing about being single, I agree. You don't answer to nobody. And that's a good thing. Anniversary bingo tonight. Yes. $100 game. Anniversary bingo tonight. That's going to be the first game we play too, y'all. And I am going to try to be on time at 6 p.m. And if you guys didn't get the Saturday night movie, The Secrets of Sorority Row, is what we're going to be talking about, excuse me, on Monday. And I got some new shows that I found on Amazon Prime and on Netflix to watch and everything. So yeah, guys, I am out of here. Sunshine, I think that's me too. I'm 51 going to 52. That's why I get my age of 55. Sometimes I feel so I lose interest. But yeah, I could feel you on that. But guys, I am out. I hope you guys enjoyed this on the couch. I hope somebody could take something away with this. Again, this is all my personal opinion on life due to my life experiences and what I think how I will roll with things. It may not be the way you will roll, but thanks for listening, and I hope you guys get something out of it. I am out. I will see you guys tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, because guess what? This is my son Brandon on telephone. I am out here, and I love you, Soul Squad. Kisses, 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 kisses. Remember, y'all better have that hundo ready because somebody tonight walking away with a 1200 give away. Yes. See y'all at 6 p.m. Love you guys.